Welcome to Midlife Schmidlife, the online community for listeners who want to redefine the middle years and recreate their lives lived to the fullest. Join our host, Liz Applegate, as she interviews guests over the age of 40 who are turning their maybe somedays into today and going after their dreams. Let's get the party started.
Hello, everyone. My name is Liz Applegate, and I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself and welcome you to the Midlife Schmidlife podcast. You see, Midlife Schmidlife is really an extension of my personal journey. If we could take a time machine and go back to where you could meet me when I was 39 years old, you would have met a very scared, newly divorced mom of 3 sons. 2 of my sons were in middle school at the time, and 1 was in elementary school. I was working full-time for a nonprofit, not bringing in a lot of money. And on top of that, I had some long-time friendships that couldn't sustain the stress of my new divorce. I may have been acting happy back then, but if you really knew me, you would know that I was really very scared. Now, what I didn't realize at the time was that I was just beginning to embark on this journey of discovery, where I was finding out who I really was. And not only who I was at that moment, but I was about to embark on what I call a midlife roller coaster. Many transitions were getting ready to come my way that I had no idea how to plan for or even how to handle. Midlife Schmidlife is not a sob story. It actually is where I'm emerging on the other side. My story may not be your story. We may have a lot in common, or we may not have that much in common at all. But what I do know is that we are connected with this place where we are in our life. And that is the place where I am hoping that this podcast will help to redefine. So why the name Midlife Schmidlife? Well, really honestly, I can't stand the term midlife. It just really kind of drives me crazy. Honestly, what is that? What does that mean, midlife? And if you've ever Googled midlife, go ahead and do that right now. And then I want you to look at the images that come up. I can't relate to the images in movies or TV shows, let alone stock photography. So Midlife Schmidlife is a play on words, sort of my dismissal of what society thinks this time should look like for us. I mean, really, I'm still dancing around to 80s music and can recite lines in the Breakfast Club. So what I have for the vision of the podcast is, yes, I want it to be just as fun as listening to 80s music and watching those silly films from high school. I want to share the stories of others who are recreating their middle years. I want the interviews to be fun and engaging, but I also want them to be real. It is not my job to censor someone's story or how it needs to be told. So yes, there may be explicit language from time to time. I'm just giving you a heads up on that. But mostly, I want the podcast to become part of a community of support and encouragement. My hopes is to grow around the podcast, for the podcast just to be one part of what is possible for us. I hope that this will be an online conversation that you can take part and engage in as well. So please subscribe to the show and head over to midlifeschmidlife.com and sign up for updates on upcoming episodes and new things that I hope to have planned in the near future. Also, if you're interested in being a guest on the show, please head over to midlifeschmidlife.com/podcast guest and fill out the form. I would love to hear from you, and I'm always looking for other inspirational stories. For now, I'm so thankful that you're here, and I look forward to being on this midlife journey together.
Thanks for joining Liz for the Midlife Schmidlife podcast. Remember, some days are never on your calendar until you put them there. Until next time.